Hello MMA friends, my name is Brian Nichols. Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is going to be a little different. Today I'm going to talk about I've kind of hinted about it a little bit in my other videos of basically what I want to do with my life when it comes to MMA. I love MMA so much. God, I want to be in the career space of MMA somehow. I went down the line of I thought about the things that I could do in the MMA world, and I've honestly really only landed on one or two things that I think I could be good at. One not even really that good at, maybe, but one that I think I could be good at. And not only good at, but actually make a difference. So here's my thinking, basically what things can you do in the MMA world if you're not a fighter? You could be a promoter. You could work for promotion. Under a promotion, you could be a matchmaker. You could be the guys behind the scenes setting the place up, behind the scenes of the website, helping with the athletes, things like that. Some of these smaller promotions don't even have some of the things like the UFC and Bellator has behind the scenes. So if it's not part of the promotion, let's see, you could be a referee or an official for an MMA match. You could be a manager and help fighters. And that's what I've been contemplating doing. I thought either a ref / official or managing, because I don't think I want to be a promoter. I've thought about being a matchmaker, but maybe if I feel like matchmaking can be very subjective in my very, very small thinking about matchmaking. You look at numbers, you crunch numbers. You could almost be, people can say you're favoriting certain fighters. People said that about Conor all the time coming up through the UFC. Oh, he's getting great matchmaking. They're not giving him wrestlers. You hear stuff like that all the time. Not that I'm saying I can't take criticism, and definitely I know I wouldn't be perfect if I took that job. But what I'm trying to think is what would be fulfilling for me, and more importantly, what I can do to help these mixed martial artists fighters, not just fighters, these people that step in the cage and honestly put their lives on the line for entertainment. And we can go on so many tangents about not making enough money, insurance, things like that, unions. We can go on and on and on. And in my mind, some of the best ways to help a fighter, obviously a referee, being a really good referee, being a really good official, being able to know when to make that call when a fight's about to be over. You're like, okay, that's it. Like, I know you're going to be pissed, but you were almost out, or knowing when you can allow it to keep going. And to me, that's going to take a lot of training. Maybe not a lot, not as much as MMA fighter. Obviously, that would probably benefit you. Maybe a little bit of a detriment because you want the experience, but I don't know. Either way, I've thought about being a referee and official. The other downside of that is you have to align yourselves with the government bodies. I'm in the United States, so I have to be under every, government, state government commission, and I have to be approved with all them and that jazz. And I don't know if I want to go through all that. So in essence, I'm landing on being an MMA manager. And that's what I've kind of hinted in some of my videos. I've talked about it a little bit here and there. And so my vision is, you probably don't know much about me because I don't talk about a lot of the other things in my life on this channel other than MMA. But basically in my life, I work in IT. Technology, fortunately for me, comes easy to me. So that's been my life up to this point. And just recently I've been picking up real estate investing. Specifically because I don't want to work IT my whole life. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible. I've been very fortunate. All the IT jobs I've had have been great. But there's those times where, because, being salary, you know, you can be under 40 hours or you can be way over 40 hours. And there's those days where you don't want to work, after 5, or you have to work on a weekend and things like that. I don't want that. I feel like I have an entrepreneurial mindset, and I'd like to apply that. And I'm getting to that age where I'm 31 years old now, and I want to start applying it. I'm a constant sponge. I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to read, trying to get 1% better every day. And so I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and he mentioned the comment about, not putting all your eggs in one basket when it comes to monetary income, your life, things like that. And I hopefully 100% agree. So that's why I've been kind of trying to branch out. If I can utilize real estate investing and make money with that, kind of quit IT full time, utilize money from real estate investing, and then once I feel like I'm in a good spot with real estate investing, long story short, I want to build a team around me and not automate it, but take me out of it a little bit so that I have good money, I have good wealth, I've got a great foundation, and then at that point, I want to transition fully down the line. My vision is some kind of MMA management. Now, my mind's been all over the place. I originally was trying to do this like last year or 2 years ago. I was like, I'll throw a website up, throw a name up, throw a Facebook thing and all that crap. And it just didn't go anywhere. And with this real estate investing stuff, I've been working with a gentleman that's very experienced in it. And some of the things he's been teaching me is it's about mindset when it comes to pushing yourself with these these side hustles you're working on. And so what I realized is I was doing the busy work when it came to the MMA management stuff and starting that business. And so when I actually start getting into the MMA management stuff, because don't get me wrong, I know this video is all over the place, so I apologize. I'm just trying to dump my brain right now, and it's not even gonna be all of it because I have a notebook I've been kind of working on writing all this stuff down. I have this crazy vision of at some point having a team built around me, just specifically built to help these people, these mixed martial artists, these athletes, to help them achieve the goals that they set in their lives to complete. You want them to be happy. I don't want these people to go 5, 10, 15 years, retire from MMA, and again, having only your money in one, everything in one basket. So once you retire, that's it. You're cut off from any kind of money. You want to be able to expand during your career like I'm trying to do, and I'm hoping from what I can learn I can help pass that on to other people. And so I want these people, these athletes and these human beings to be able to retire and not feel like they have to go back to MMA to make $1, that they want to go back because they want to, which I hear that's a lot of the case, but I'm sure that's not 100% of the case. Of course, there's probably athletes that are going back to make money because they don't know anything else. If they've been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years and then they stop and they didn't do anything else during that time frame, what are they going to do? Do they really have enough money to live on that the rest of their lives? So anyways, I want to build a team and a business around me that has a team that literally has the same mindset as me. That's just like, you have this one profession, but you also have this love for MMA and this love to help people. And I want to, because I'll kind of throw this out there too. While I don't want to do this for free, I'm not looking to make millions off this. While obviously making some money would be great, in my mind, real estate investing is where I'm going to get my money. So to me, I don't even want to make a ton of money. I just want to help these people be successful, be happy, and live healthy lives after they retire. and not have to go back to fight, you know? So, again, I'm all over the place. I apologize. So, what I'm thinking, like long-term vision, what I want in this team, and I actually wrote it down. I wrote almost like you'd have to have, in my mind, on the team, you'd have to have, where'd I put it? My notes are all over the place. I apologize. Okay, so I think you'd have to have a lawyer. So again, all these specific expertise members of the team would again have to have this crazy love and desire to help these MMA fighters and people. So lawyer, that'll help with contracts, things like that, making sure everything's, safe, and make sure it's obviously the promotions try to make it so that they get the best bang for the buck for the fighters. I want the fighters to get everything they are worth. And you need those lawyers to be able to go through that documentation, those contracts, because I'm sure there's those gray, those gray terms that lawyer talk, things like that. So I'd want a lawyer on the team. I want somebody, again, to reiterate, a love for MMA, a love to help these people, a PR person that can help with social media, can help them create their social media, run their social media, but also help the person, the fighter, if they want to run their own. If not, maybe not run their own, but co-run, and allow the fighter to post what they would like to post. Maybe even have a discussion with them about splitting their personal Facebook with a fan Facebook account for them. Help them create viral moments. And I think also maybe weed out some of the bad shit you see on social media. God, I feel like not even half, 90% of the time I look at Instagram, it's just a cesspool. I don't even have an Instagram because it's a cesspool. Anyways, be able to wade through all that. Next, a talent agent. Being able to right now, again, this is big long-term vision. What I want to do. With me starting small, it doesn't matter what kind of talent I work with. I just need to help anybody and everybody that's looking for help. Maybe down the line, even when I get to that point where I have this big team, I can still help anybody and everybody. But I also want to have a talent agent that can help recruit talent that we think would be good for the team. I'm at the point where I'll take anybody and everybody. I still want to talk to them. I'll talk about this later about networking, but I still want to talk to them, see if they fit in with me. They're in a position where I can help them. But I don't want to bring in a bad seed to the team and, make everything go downhill. And we would need a talent agent to be able to go through, recruit talent, work with that talent, build a rapport, network with them, and research and things like that. So that would be the talent agent. And then there'd be the actual sports manager / management, which would probably be me-ish, long-term wise. I could probably bring other people in, but they would be like the business connections with the promotions, have statistics about their fighters, about the promotions, what promotions could lead to the bigger promotions, like 70% of the fighters that are 5-0 in this promotion lands in the UFC, in this certain amount of time. Like, we need the statistics so we can say, hey, fighter A, sit down and talk with them, be like, what's your goals? And if your goal is to get UFC, okay, cool. You live in this area, these promotions has this percentage of fighters that do this, go to UFC. Help them lead out that, lead that out. And that won't be actually the manager. That would actually be the career counselor / coach. I would like to have a person on the team that can then sit down at many points during their career with us, with my team, and say, hey, first time, talk to them. What do you want to do with your career? Where would you like to end up? what has been your life? Tell me about your life up to this point. What things are you good at? What things are you bad at? Tell me about fighting. How did you start? Blah, 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 blah. And how to help them take steps during their career to get to where they want, and then help them plan that out, help them achieve that, kind of guide them along the way. And then post-career, keeping that always in the mind, even in the very beginning, to kind of build those little steps. So at the end, you aren't like, oh, I want to retire next year. Oh, we need to do post-career stuff now. Like, let's build that stuff up in the beginning. Also, a sports psychologist. I would want that on there to help understand this person, things that they have trouble with. I hear a lot of fighters, and not just mixed martial artists or athletes, boxers, football players that have to, they have certain things that they need to talk through, and it's not even just sports, it's people in general. I should visit one just to kind of talk. I should before I create this team. And specifically a sports psychologist to help with sports and to help with their current, basically understand the person behind the talent, understand the human being behind the athlete, and be able to understand, okay, this is, person A, fighter A needs these things. They're an introvert. So let's change the way we communicate with them. They've had this issue with their mom or dad, or they have a close relationship with their mom. Maybe we should have them not fight during this time because it's their mom's, birthday and they'd like to visit them. Things like that. Build on these little things in these conversations. Obviously, I'm not a clinic psychologist, so I wouldn't know exactly. But just in my mind on this team, the vision team that I have. Let's see, what else? So lawyer, PR, talent agent, sports manager / management, sports psychologist, career counselor / coach. Who else do I have? I think I got 2 left. An accountant / financial advisor. This would go real far if fighters have that in their back pocket. And not just fighters, anybody in sports. You hear about some of these, again, retiring and then having to come back for $1. Having an accountant help them with their taxes, helping them figure out, okay, invest your money, and that's the thing. Let's see, help with current and future money. Yeah. So account / financial advisor. That's that one. The last one I have is business owner. Sorry, that might be me. I don't know. The helpful glue holding the business together and make sure all the occupational experts work in unison, and most importantly, make sure the talent is happy. Ensures that the business is successful to further benefit the talent and its employees and experts. So actually, that may be me. I may not be the sports manager / management. Maybe I'll wear 2 hats for a little while until I get an actual person with management skills. So anyways, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different slots of expertise that I feel like would really, really help these fighters. And when we have a fighter join the team, I want them, I would really, really, really recommend to speak with our sports psychologist. I really, really recommend working with our accountant and financial advisor. Now, I can't force that on them, but I'm going to say, hey, these are free. Being on our team, this is a free advice, free help with your career long term. Why wouldn't you want that help? And this is the whole point of my team, is to help you throughout your career. If you choose mixed martial arts as your career, it's a tough career. Let's be real here. So anyways, yeah, that's long-term vision. That's my brain dump of long-term vision of what I want my MMA management business to be. I wanted to help these fighters, these people, achieve their dreams in and outside the cage. And so, to go back to where I am currently, again, I tried to make a website and, come up with a business name and a pitch and all that crap. And from what I'm learning now about real estate investing, I was doing the busy work. I was doing the stuff that everybody entrepreneur virgins, I would term I would randomly make up, where you're excited, you want to get into something and put hard work in, but you're doing all the stuff that you can do later down the line. From what I'm learning right now, two things. One, and with the real estate investing that I think is really going to apply here. Number one, don't do that busy work. Get right on the road and start with the basics. You can't have all this stuff if you don't actually have, like in real estate investing, you don't have a deal, you don't have a lead, you don't have anything. Why have a business name? It makes sense. So, point number two is networking, talking to people. I try to see myself as a decent, normal human being on this planet. I want to be nice. I don't want to be a mean, terrible, person. I want to be a nice person. I want to help these people. And when it comes to networking, I don't want to talk to these people. Just say, hey, are you looking for help? I can help you. Which obviously, yes, that's great. But I want to get to know these people. So I want to network. I want to talk with them. See what maybe MMA is not even a passion. Maybe they're just good at it. But what are they actually passionate about? Get to know these people. I want to network with them. And then down the line, say, hey, I have this MMA management on the side. If you have MMA management, cool. I hope everything's great. Keep in touch. And then if somebody that doesn't have any kind of management or doesn't have any help, like, hey, no push, but we do have this with my team. If you're interested, these are all your options. Obviously, in the beginning, it won't be as sophisticated as my long-term vision, but I can lay that out. Say, this is what we're going to hopefully get to one day. I can't guarantee win. But anyways, long story short, what was the point of this video? Well, to brain dump all my ideas for MMA management. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set up I'm going to say like 15, 20 minutes a day, every day. This is how I'm going to start. I'm not going to, I have in my notebook here, business names, to-dos, get a website, all this crap. Like, all that crap is great, but if I don't have anybody I'm actually managing, what am I doing, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start networking. And I don't care if you are a fighter that is negative, 0 and 30. Whether you're pro, amateur, I don't care. I'm going to reach out, and if somebody wants help, I have the cycles to help people right now. I may not currently fit the role of a sports psychologist. I may not be able to fit a role of, financial advisor, of life coach or career coach. I can kind of guide them with a little bit of my life experiences. Outside of that, I'm here to help them with what I can, and then go from there. And hopefully over time build this up more and more. And yeah. Anyways, so that's basically what my goal is going to be in the next couple weeks. I'm going to start basically boots to ground. I'm going to start reaching out to people in the Midwest. I'm hoping, vision-wise, again, going back to vision, I would love to do nationwide, at fighters. When I get to the point where I can quit IT, do real estate investing more, get the more money, be able to travel, I'd love to travel nationwide, work with fighters. I want to work with these people in person. COVID is kind of throwing a wrench in all that, but down the line, I don't think that'll be a problem. But even internationally, it'd be a little tough. Translation wise, I'd have to figure that out. But right now, since I'm so new to the game, I want to stick with just fighters here in the Midwest that hopefully I can meet if somebody's actually interested in help, so we can kind of talk, get to know each other, things like that, work together. I'll help them out, things like that. So long story short, I'm going to be contacting people. If you do know any kind of mixed martial artists or fighters or people that are getting into mixed martial arts in the Midwest, I'm in the Kansas City metropolitan area, so anywhere around this area, even maybe a 30 minutes outside of the Kansas City metro area, which is already huge as it is, I don't mind traveling a little bit to meet them and talk with them and things like that. If you know somebody, let them know. You can comment on my YouTube channel. You can email me. I might even put my phone number I'm not sure about that yet. Well, I might throw it on YouTube. Throw up my phone number here. Contact me. Here, just my email. Let me bring it up real quick. It is Brian Nichols MMA at gmail.com. So if you know anybody, hit me up there. Or Twitter, I think, is the same thing. Brian Nichols MMA. Go there, hit me up, and if not, if I don't hear anything, all I'm going to do is start reaching out to people in the area. Hopefully, that's the hard thing with amateurs. It's hard to really find information on people, so I'll find a person on Tapology that's fought recently in the area, maybe an amateur, most likely an amateur, and then try to find their Twitter, their Instagram, their email, their phone number, and just reach out to them like, hey, you got 5-10 minutes? Just a chit-chat, network kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing, my goal is, because kind of like, again, mindset with real estate investing, they say to put in a offer for a house. I think they say once a week. I think some people actually say once a day. That means you'd have to find stuff every day. But what I think I'm going to try to do is contact one fighter a day. So that's 7 fighters throughout a week, throughout a whole month, 30, 31 people I contact. I'm bound to get somebody that would need help that I can work with. So with that, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Like that, I'm gonna make a section on my YouTube literally just about MMA management and my vision, my thoughts, the steps I take to get there. So if anybody else is interested in doing this, they can learn from my path that I take. It may not be the same path you take, but you could learn from my mistakes that I'm sure I'm going to make. I'm also going to try to reach out to other managers, maybe kind of learn from them maybe as well. Kind of, pick their brain on some things. I'd love to meet some of them in person and just kind of pick their brain on a lot of things. Of course, COVID. So, yeah, this video is way longer than I expected, almost 30 minutes. Anyways, I'll wrap it up here. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day this weekend. Hopefully we got some good fights. So with that, I will call it there. Have a great night and talk to you guys next time. Peace.